And we do have Mercedes as the next one. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Cool. So, ready, steady, go.
Okay, my name is Mercedes Basavilbaso. I am from Argentina. So hello, everybody from this part of the world. I am CEO of Wolke. Wolke is a Salesforce partner. So we constantly deal with projects, and we're constantly trying to find the best way and the best methodology to have success on them. So I lived in Czech Republic a couple of years ago for some years, and I love the city and the country. So hello, everybody from Argentina. So what about Salesforce projects? A software project in general always tend to be like a little bit tedious. Most of the times they are much longer than what was originally scoped. So are some projects always delayed, out of budget, or have less scope? Well, not always. So sometimes we fail on some projects, and I think that the key of that is the methodology. And so then the next question is, okay, which methodology? Is this waterfall? Is it agile? We have plenty of different methodologies, and we need to have the best one. So here I will be presenting adaptive methodology. That is the methodology that Salesforce presents. Here we have the difference between agile and waterfall, and we can see as a simple view that 14% of the waterfall projects are a success, but 42% are a success with agile methodology. So I think we'll be leaning to agile methodology, or maybe a mixture of both. That is what Salesforce proposes. Here is also a little difference between agile and waterfall. With agile, you fix the resources and the time. That's much more flexible. While with waterfall, you fix only the scope. And so then if you fix only the scope, then the time and the resources might be much longer. So that's what we have to tackle and have a project successfully in scope, resources, and time. Okay, Agile has a bad propaganda. They say that they have no planning, poor quality, no documentation, they don't fix schedules, and that's not really that. The thing is that we have to go into Agile and see what that means really in reality, but it's not like only, okay, I do whatever, and then the project is a success anyway. So this is, again, the middle between a waterfall and an agile methodology, and we're going to base in the middle one, in the adaptive methodology. It's a methodology proposed by Salesforce, and that's what we are going to talk about it now. So it's the center between both of them, taking the best part of both. So, okay, and why do you have to go agile or adaptive? Well, we have more speed, flexibility. This client involvement, this is very important. It's the only way a project can succeed, if the client is involved. Then we have more predictability, identify issues earlier. That's we know all the things the agile methodology is going to help. We have more communications and a more successful project. So here, this is a big difference between an agile and a waterfall project and how they focus. Maybe the end result is the same, but then we have to walk through it and have the client involved and with a better communication. So this is how we have to reach to the end of the project, but through different channels. And this is why we are going to center in the adaptive methodology. The adaptive methodology has different stages. We have the plan stage, the architect, the construct, the validate, deploy, and support. But through all of it, we have to monitor and control. So now we are going to dive deep into each of these stages and see how we can adopt it and get the best out of them. This is the schedule. The first thing we have to do is plan. So we initiate it. That's before the project starts. Then we go to the plan section, to the architect, where we do discovery and we find out the user stories. Then we go to the construct and validate. Here we have to go all through, validate all through the project. We don't have to show the demo to the client only at the end. We have to do several demos at through the project so that they can see how it is evolving. So here we are deeping dive in the plan stage. The plan stage, we have to do the project management plan. With this project management plan, we're going to set up the team. We're going to onboard it. We're going to prepare the kickoff, and we are going to start the project. Then in the architect stage, this is when we do the discovery workshops, when we write the user stories, and we understand much better what the client needs for us in the project. So we have to work on that. on the discoveries, and then make a document and get it signed off. This is very important. Don't forget to get it signed off by the client. Then we'll go to the construct stage. This stage is the one that we are going to apply Scrum or Agile methodology. In this stage, we are going to construct the user stories that we wrote. We're going to build them over Salesforce, and we are going to make the demos. And don't forget to make the demos every end of sprint. It might be every 2 weeks or every 4 weeks as you decide your sprint's length. And then in the construct stage, we can follow all these Agile methodologies with the ceremonies. Are very important to follow on the ceremonies, the planning, the daily, the demo, the retrospective, and all based on our user stories. And we have to work very hard on the estimations here. This is one of the key points here. Once we constructed the tool, we go to the validate stage. This is the UAT, or where the users can validate and sign off. This is where they have to commit themselves to test the solution, try it, and see, giving it feedback if necessary, and give the go or no go decision. This is very important, and you get the client involved with this stage. Then the deploy stage, when we pass everything onto production, where here we saw on these presentations some tools to migrate the components to production. So we are preparing and setting up the production environment and have it ready for the client to start. And we can also train the users so that they are ready. And this stage, the close stage, this is a very important stage. Most of the people do not focus very much on this stage because it's like more administrative closure, and you have to go over the checklist and see if everything is done. And then you have to go through the lessons learned. And this is a very important stage that it's very highly forgotten. And then here we have some of the tools. This is going really very fast. We have some of the tools that you could use to support the project management. So Jira is one of the most commonly used. Also Excel, if you prepare it as a spreadsheet. Then Salesforce has the Agile Accelerator, and you have also version 1. So some tools that you can use to support your methodology. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much for this session.
What I remember from my training for project manager, the closing phase is the most important, or maybe not most important, but most neglected. Yeah, exactly. So glad to hear that. And I should not forget about the number. What's your number?
My number is 81.
81. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was pretty exciting. And yeah, I recommend the book from Ines Garcia in the chat as well. So if you want something to read, the book is pretty good, I would say. Actually, it's awesome.
Should we download the book in the chat so everybody has it?
Yeah, I put it in the book in the chat. If you have any other recommendation, that would be pretty awesome as well. Okay, and with that, we are getting close to our last speaker of today. Michal said that he is not being stressed out from the presentation, so